Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and today we're checking out the New Year's event for Idle Heroes. It's a pretty solid event with a lot of good rewards if you're a free-to-play player especially, and also it seems to be pretty poor value for spenders, so that's pretty good news for those that spend a lot of money because it means we actually don't have to spend a lot of money going into this event. That could be bad news though, as it means DH Games are probably unlikely to repeat an event that doesn't make them much money. Either way, it seems pretty cool. The rewards could be better, but if you're a free-to-play player, it's great. So let's go and check it out. But before we do, let me tell you about Patreon. It's a way you can support the content I make here by giving me a financial donation and getting in return some rewards for yourself, including access to account reviews, which we do on Tuesday nights via our Discord and Twitch. So go ahead and join those. The link's in the description for more information. And a shout out to our recent backers this week. We have Sam Pearson, we have Rowan, and we have Robin. So thank you guys. And if you want to be like them, you can find a link up there for more info about Patreon. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. Every day for logging in, we're going to get ourselves 4 ordinary dice, as this is an Imp's Adventure event. Dice are pretty cool, as they help you make progress, and in addition, the number of ordinary dice you roll will get you bonus rewards this week. As well, there's Hearty Apple Pizza, which seems like they didn't get the memo about pineapple, and somehow it got lost in translation, so it's apple on pizza? I mean, that is not a thing I've heard of. It looks disgusting. Maybe you guys like it, maybe you've even heard of it, maybe in your culture, apple on pizza is a thing. Let me know, because I've never heard of it, and I'm pretty sure any Italian person would probably cringe at the thought, but hey, you never know, it could be I don't know, some crazy authentic thing in somewhere like, I don't know, Finland or something. Maybe they stick apples on pizza there, or maybe some states in America, you're into it. I mean, what, like when you put broccoli on pizza, so, you know, maybe this is a thing for you. I'm not sure. Either way, definitely not something here in Britain unusual as heck. Either way, let's go check out the rewards for this week. So, as you can first see, they've removed all the bloat at the top of events. So follow requests and all the prizes and stuff have been removed if you've completed them. So this is great. So this looks really tidy. And the first thing I actually see is the value package. So I really like this, that there's only 4 menus. Really clean. So the value packages are standard. They give gems, they give dice. And on top of that, they're giving adventure gold, which is used in the New Year's event to get bonus rewards, because they've created kind of a retro style video game for that, which is pretty cool. One thing to watch out for with these packs is that because 65 is an odd number, it doesn't split nicely into the $50 pack and actually gives worse value. So just be mindful of that 65 dice is not the same as 32 doubled, as they're actually losing out on 1 dice, and the scaling is a little bit wonky with the rest of the packs as well, so just be mindful of that. It is better to get the top packs as they're giving gold, so you will get more for your money because of that. You can also grab them for contract story gems or any other story gem equivalent currency as well, if you wanted. Imp's Adventure itself is interesting. We're getting the usual stuff, along with the Hearty Apple Pizza thrown in there as well, which can give you rewards from the Idler's Sweet House. But you'll notice there is no 2 times rewards this week, which means it's only giving 50 Hearty Apples. You're not getting 100. That's a problem. It's really bad and probably a complete oversight from DH Games, because they haven't given a high-end value package to double the Imp's Adventure rewards. That's going to cost them a load of money. It's a massive mistake, because normally people would happily buy a $50 package that gives them rewards, gives them extra dice, and of course doubles their rewards in Imp's Adventure. We don't have that, and that is a problem. So yeah, DH Games have really slipped up on that one, and it's going to cost them a lot of money in return. So as a spender, I would not touch this event, because really without those double rewards, it just doesn't feel worth it. And when we go ahead and look at the other bonus stuff, hopefully you'll still agree with me. But yeah, not interested in that at all, apart from just doing what you normally would do as a free-to-play player in Imp's Adventure, or whatever just naturally gets thrown in. The Idler's Sweet House, of course, will be determined by the number of these Hearty Apple Pizzas you get. You can, of course, top up with Universal Crystals to get to the Star Spawn cores, which in my opinion are the best value things to grab here, because it costs an extra 600 Universal Crystals to go from a Star Spawn core to a Mysterious Artifact Selection chest. That's a little too much for me to be comfortable, because the number of Universal Crystals needed to get Star Spawn cores is considerably less than that, so you'll be getting a lot more value out of your Universal Crystals if you aim for Star Spawn core 5s and 6s, which will also help you upgrade your Star Spawns to level 140, which means you can benefit from the new Star Spawn update and get the brand new Star Spawns which have been added to the game. So more reasons to go with these instead of flags and artifacts. If you only do manage to get to 2,500, which is going to be pretty standard for most people just logging in and claiming their loot from campaign, that's going to be pretty normal. You, of course, do get the Hardy Apple Pizzas from here as well as getting them from Imp's Adventure. So yeah, 2,500 is going to be the standard total for most free-to-play players, and you guys will be able to enjoy an Imminent Hero Selection chest, or maybe you just want to get scrolls or Prophet Orbs or whatever you want. A lot of people might even want to use the last remaining stuff for Golden Spirit, generally recommended to do that. Heck, some people might even want to go for skin shards to increase the number of legendary skins they have, so it's really up to you. I just probably wouldn't go for super wishing coins though, as they're typically not the best value. Finally, we have Shelter Mission from our main event stuff here. This is giving Fiona, who's going to need mages from the Fortress faction. I know she's a priest, but there are no priest 4-stars, so just bear that in mind. Azrael is going to need 4 4-star assassins. That's going to be Bone Carver. For Freya, you're going to need Windwalker. She's going to be the Forest Ranger for this. And then Akasha is needed for Waldeck, as there are no rangers in the Abyss faction who are 4-star, so they use assassins instead. So good luck getting those. They're going to be quite tricky to grab, but hopefully you'll be okay. And finally, we have Forkis and Andrea here. Two very interesting light and dark heroes, but I do not think they're worth 2,000 gems to pick up, and 2 copies from the light and dark factions. Maybe you need Forkis if you need him as a tenant for Mockman. Maybe you need Andrea if you need him as a tenant for Asmodel or for Vulcan, but that's probably unlikely, and I wouldn't go chasing to pick them up. I would just naturally get them from chests. So yeah, wouldn't go for these two. Save your gems on that. What can you use your gems for this week? Well, we got the New Year celebrations, so there's some stuff to talk about here. First of all, we got this little video game where you have to consume gold coins to go through the different stages. Anything that costs gold coins cannot be repeated. That's worth noting. So if you go through this game one time, if you've done action 1 to get heroic summon souls, when you return, that won't be an action again. Different actions give different rewards, so you could get scrolls, you could get a 6-star chest, you could get prophet orbs, or you could get gems. I would always lean towards scrolls and gems because, in my opinion, they're the most versatile for getting event rewards from them. And yeah, the totals in general are, across the entire campaign itself here, is going to cost you 260 coins to complete, maximum. Now, there are a few things you need to be aware of. First of all, if you go ahead and fight these guys where you can see they have a health bar, it will consume 2 coins to fight and either do somewhere between 3, 4, or 5 damage to the enemy. So you could high roll and get all 5s and clear it faster, or you could low roll and get all 3s. Typically, the average there will be 4, so you can expect this to need 15 attacks to beat. 15 times 4 is, of course, 60, and then 15 times 2, because it's 2 gold for each attack, will cost you 30, which is exactly the same as the relics here. I also think that getting cores as rewards are pretty nice. On top of that, if we go around, you've got more similar rewards here. Absolutely grab the Stellar Shards. They're fantastic. And then if you do manage to hit this on the way back round, then it's probably Soul Symbols. But really, it's up to you. It's skins. You've got artifact stuff. But definitely Stellar Shards stand out as the big reward here. That's going to cost 30. Moving on, we have this Merchant. And on face value, you might just want to do this 5 times by spending your gold up to 20 and then clearing off. But everything that they're selling, which is purchasable for 4 coins each, is random and only obtainable once. So there are 15 things here that will do 60 coins to buy them all. And the key item here is the Mysterious Meat. Now that might not sound exciting. It might sound like it does nothing. But the main reason the meat is here is to go ahead and give it to this little imp right here, as it skips this entire encounter and still gives you the rewards for an Imminent Hero Selection chest, and you get 100 Celebration Replacement coupons. This is really, really important, because if you don't do that, you're going to have to battle him instead and could low roll. And actually, when you look at the value of battling him compared to just buying out the Merchant, they're exactly the same. So what I would do is just keep spending at the Merchant until you get the meat, then leave, and then go and give it to the imp and just move past him and get these Celebration Replacement coupons and the Imminent chest. Now, these coupons are great because they let you swap stuff, which we'll be taking a look immediately after this, so stay tuned. As well, you get more of these when you go ahead and fight this enemy, and the only thing you can do against this enemy is battle them. So again, you'll either do 3, 4, or 5 damage with each attack, which will cost you 2 coins. So this one should on average cost you about 50 coins to complete. So that's a 10-star light puppet you get from here. And then finally, you can choose your ending. Well, I say choose. You can't really. You have to go ahead and do the ending that's unlocked. If you do ending 1, you then unlock ending 2. And if you do ending 2 and 3, you can go ahead and do ending 4. Now, ending 1, when it's completed, unlocks 2 and 3. Now, 3 is offering sublimation. Ending 2 is offering spiritual essence. So I would always go for sublimation. There is an argument to go for half a core here. That's actually pretty interesting too. But no, I think I'm going to lean towards getting sublimation if I do get that far from this event. But even getting that far from the event depends on how many dice you have and how many coins you have. And there's no actual natural spending you can do to bump this up. So allow me to explain where you get these coins from. So the celebration mission gets you 50 coins equals 50 points, right? That's the natural exchange. If you get to 50 points, congratulations, here's 50 coins, 100, 150, 200. Now, free-to-play players, what can you do? Well, every time you enter a tavern quest, you're going to get 2 points, and that's 80 points in total you can get from there. Every time you consume 25 of the event items, that's going to get you a point. So if you do 2,500 of the event items, which is the apple pizza, that's typically standard. You should get 100 from here. That's 100 points. You get 80 from the tavern quests, super easy to do, so that's 180, and then rolling ordinary dice should get you enough to take you to at least 200, so that you can go ahead and get the coins from here. As a free-to-play player, it's unlikely, unless you buy ordinary dice or high roll a load from the ordinary dice hut, it's unlikely that you're going to get to 250 for the 50 extra coins, so you're going to be getting 200 coins from here. Now, if you remember, I said this needs 260 coins to fully complete. So where'd you get the extra 60? Well, it's actually pretty easy. You just have to answer all these quiz questions, which again we'll be taking a look at. But before we do, let's talk about these swaps, because they've also thrown in a swap event in here as well. So there's a lot of stuff. Hopefully you're keeping up. Basically, you can swap heroes into other heroes, skins into other skins, flags into other flags, and mysterious artifacts into other artifacts. Now, let's start with the hero swaps. If you swap a hero from a faction that is not light and dark, it's going to cost you 50 to turn it into any other hero. If you choose a light or dark hero, you can swap them into other light and dark heroes, and that also costs 50 as well. Note that from the light heroes, you cannot swap into Vulcan. The most recent hero available here is Mockman. So just bear that in mind. Others may be wondering, can you go for Arania? So let's go take a look. Yes, you can. So the only hero you can't swap into here would be Vulcan. Moving on to the other options, we have skin swaps. So you can swap basic skins into other basic skins, which is terrible value. Don't do this because you can just get basic skins anyway, and normally you feed them to make skins legendary, so it's awful. But if you really wanted to do it, it is going to cost you 80. If you want to swap a legendary basic skin into a different skin, the options change a little. So let's get this Belrain skin, and that's actually going to cost you 100 to swap. So it's just an extra 20 points to swap into something that is legendary. So that's actually pretty darn good. So you can do a legendary skin to a legendary skin, because you can't really get rid of legendary skins once you've got them. So let's say you had a legendary skin for someone like Eloise and you wanted to make it a different hero, you could do that. But then again, you have to use 100 of the coupons, so it's probably still not worth it to do that. Now, festival skins can be swapped into any other festival skin, and that's going to cost 120. This is nice because festival skins are typically pay to win and very hard to get. So if you've already got some, you can swap them into matching bonds for the bond rewards from the Celestial Island, or you can get festival skins for the heroes that you really need them for on your team. So that's really nice because all the Transcendent skins are in here as well. The only skins you won't find are the Arania skin and, of course, the Vulcan skin that just recently came out. So you won't get them, but you will get all of the other ones. And, of course, if you want to know how much it costs for a festival legendary skin to be swapped, that's going to cost a whopping 150. So actually, to say whopping, it's not even that expensive. So, yeah, 150 to do a legendary to another legendary. So, again, that's pretty nice. And yeah, flags are pretty standard. If you've got a flag, you can swap it to any other flag. That's going to cost you 240, so that's something you wanted to do. You absolutely can. And mysterious artifacts are in a similar vein. You can go ahead and swap any mysterious artifact to a different mysterious artifact, and that's going to cost you 320 to do. Or, if you're absolutely nuts, you can go ahead and swap... I would show you, but I can't. You could swap any orange artifact to a legendary artifact that's mysterious, and that's going to cost 900. That's bonkers. Also, if you really wanted to, you could do a splendid to a different splendid. That's going to cost you, of course, 4 times as much, 1,280, which is going to be pretty difficult to do because you can only buy 500 of these tickets. It's going to cost you 25,000 gems, which is wild. And on top of that, as you know, you can pick up other ones from the event. So you don't have to spend. It's just capped at 500 if you did want to. The rest of them have to be obtained from this little game mode they've added here. Before we go ahead and look at the quiz, let's take a look at the rest of the stuff. So we have the New Year's special where you can go ahead and buy things for gold. Very expensive if you're low on gold. I know with X upgrades, a lot of people are very low on gold, and this can get crazy expensive. To max out each of these Celestial Island resources, for example, that's going to cost you 200 million each time. So you can easily spend just 1 billion gold just going for Celestial Island resources. To me, that's wild and probably not worth it, but heck, if you've got billions of gold lying around that you don't know what to do with, this is great for you. If you don't like me and you're actually fairly low on gold, then yeah, just ignore this entirely. A little bit annoying that that's available, but hey ho, it is what it is. Look at the gem store. You can go ahead and spend gems to get 6-star heroes. That's kind of nice, especially for light and dark, but it is 1,800 gems every time, so that's pretty expensive. I would avoid doing this too much or maybe even at all. Look at the 9 stars. That's 8,500 gems for a 9-star hero. If you've got gems to chuck around, that's great. Most of us don't, though, because of Black Friday and Christmas. We're pretty much gem broke, so there's no reason to go ahead and spend tons of gems. And if you remember, it was 40,000 gems for an artifact, but oh look, you can spend almost 20,000 gems and get a 10-star. Is that worth it? Again, I'm not sure. I don't think it's really comparable. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. But hey, maybe you want a 10-star for 19,500 gems. I think it's way too expensive, but you might have a different opinion. Let me know in the comments section. And finally, this is good. The relic store is coming at a discount. So normally it's 400 relics for an artifact. Now it's 350, but do note there is no melodic strings and there is no gilded purple fan. In fact, gilded purple fan isn't even available in the normal relic store. It's a shame, as we have previously had events like this which did give melodic strings, so this is a bit of a pain. And also there's no flags. We've seen events like this that did give flags, so it seems like they've copied the wrong event from the past and not given us the nice things. We do have a Snow Heart here, though, and Ruby Scepter and Golden Crown, so if you needed any of these, you can grab them at a discounted price with your relics. And on the end here, I really like this. Orange Artifact Exclusive Fragments for 50. So that's half of what they normally cost from the relic store, but you can use them and destroy them for Ormus Workshop materials, and that's really helpful for building as many splendid artifacts as you want. So definitely pretty good value if that was something you wanted to do there as well. Now, finally here we have the spending things. These are cards that you can purchase and they will give you rewards every day for 15 days. A lot of people sometimes ask, I say a lot, sometimes there's always that one person in the comments section that says, oh, what, that's terrible value. No, it's every day for 15 days. You get what you see, okay? So 15 bucks is going to get you gems, it's going to get you glorious relics, it's going to get you master's toolboxes, it's going to get you Starspawn cores, that's brilliant, and it's going to get you gold for 15 days. That's 15 Starspawn core 6s for 15 quid. That's pretty good. And then you look at the next one, if you bought the first one, you can buy this, and this is giving you 100 contract story gems every day, so that's 1,500 contract story gems, which in game value is worth well over 50 bucks, and that's only costing you 20. So that's not bad either, and you are getting a ton of glorious relics on there as well, which can be pretty helpful. So all in all, these are absolutely great and worth picking up if you wanted to. These cards are worth spending on, and that's the only real stuff I would think is worth spending on this event. So yeah, nowhere at all is that linked to the other stuff this week, and with no double rewards from this adventure, I don't think it's worth spending to bonus reward yourself. So yeah, I think just approach this event as a free-to-play player. Try and get to 200 points here, go ahead and complete the little game they've got once, and this is going to get you an artifact or a flag, and free-to-play players, you have to do nothing. You have to save up nothing, you have to use no resources apart from some gems to buy ordinary dice and make sure you can do shelter mission. But yeah, just by doing tavern quests and just spending the currency that you're going to get for free anyway, you're in a great position. You'll just have to do it all at the end of the week because, of course, you need dice to get the currency and you need to accumulate the currency from campaign loot drop. So it's going to take a while. You are going to have to wait the entire week out to do this, but you will slowly be able to get your way through, hit that final ending, and get yourself a mysterious artifact. And this does contain the new artifact, the Gilded Purple Flag. So that's really exciting news. So I'm probably going to pick that up. Really really nice. So yeah, that's that, guys. I hope that makes a lot of sense. And the final thing is to talk you through this quiz, which is giving 120 additional adventure coins. So that's where you get the bonus ones to complete the event. So as I said, you can get to 200 coins really easy. You'll get another 120 here. So that's going to take you up to 320. Very easily done. And 320 is, of course, going to get you to a full complete and leave you with 60 left over, so you can go ahead and complete the first 2 stages again if you wanted. So that's going to be more cores and either more, scrolls, I guess, or gems. They're probably going to be the 2 I pick up. And yeah, seems pretty good. So without further ado, let's talk you through the quiz questions. You may have different questions, as some of them are randomly generated, but hopefully I'll be able to answer the majority of the ones that you have so that you can go through it with ease. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck answering these quiz questions. So here we go. Stage 1, what's it going to be? Which of the following equipment is not an artifact? The answer is Assassin's Blade. Okay, next question. Which of the following items is not available in the guild store? The answer is Wishing Coins. If we look at the next one, what made Unimax 3000 the MVP? I think, oh man, I can't remember this. Is it dance fast and shock opponents? Is it that? No, it's not. No, of course it's not. Stride fast, kick the opponents, roll fast, move fast and overwhelm. There we go. That's it. Move fast, overwhelm the opponents. What is the bad habit Obsidian Wolf Knight has that leads to the bloodstains in his cutlass? It is that he is constantly licking the cutlass. Very silly. Which of the following Transcendence heroes has the aspiration to be a swordsman? The answer is Star Alchemist Holmes Young. Which of the following heroes is not armed in both hands? Oh, that's a really good question. Ithaca, Edgar, and LMR, so I assume it's just a Biscard. Yep. Process of elimination. Who uses weapons the most luxuriously? Discarding 1 after each use. That's going to be the Legion Mech. What weapon is held by the Hot Spring Fanatic? That's the skin that actually is holding a giant spoon for Fiona. Which of the following skins will open your heart? The answer is the Silent Crescent. And which of the following skins or heroes does not wear a helmet? The answer, Hell Warrior. Which of the following heroes has a skin called Blushing Tipsy? That's going to be Eloise. What item will be consumed if you fail in the Tower of Oblivion? The answer, Magical Droplets. How many monsters are there in total in the game? I think it's 10. Yep, nailed it. Which of the following items does not appear in Aspen Dungeon? Death Potions. Which of the following items is not dropped in the campaign? It is going to be Crystal Ingots. In the Prophet Tree, which of the following hero factions cannot be replaced? Light, because you can't replace Light and Dark. Which of the following monsters has the skill Soul Shock? The answer, Fox. Which of the following functions is a one-tap feature in the game? Idle Master. Which of the following items cannot be purchased in the marketplace? The answer is, it's gold. You can't buy gold. Which hero gave Swordflash Seer the bear when she was a campus idol? It's Foolish. Now he goes to stage 9. How many spider legs are on Nakia's back? The answer is 4. What terrible thing will happen if you annoy Ignis the Dragon Maiden? The answer is it she'll hit you with mooncakes? 3-day rain. Yeah, a 3-day long rain enough to spoil your mooncakes. That's the one. Who is the doll around Annabelle based on? That's going to be her parents. Which of the following difficulties does not exist in the game? The answer is Heaven. Which of the following packages does not exist in the game? The answer is the Almighty package. And here we are, stage 10. What is in the glass of the Ace skin for Amun-Ra? It's a little white snake. What is the hair color of the Bunny Beauty from the Super Wishing Fountain? The answer is red. Who is the first person Russell met in the Idle Continent? The answer is Cruz. And here we are with my final question. What is the unlock condition for the Gate of the Void? Have an E5 hero. And oh, no, here we go. How many tails does Olivia have? She's got 1. It's a bit of a trick question there. And there you go, folks. That is the answers to these questions. You may get some different ones. Do ask them in the comment section down below. I'm sure other people will be able to help you with those, as they will also probably have some of the other questions you get. Good luck getting through there. You should get a lot of the coins by just doing that. And all in all, this event is great, as I said, for free-to-play players, because you just pretty much play the game, run through it. You can go ahead and get the points, which will get you the coins. You get coins from the questions as well, and that's going to easily complete this entire thing, getting you that artifact for free. Don't forget, guys, that if you do approach this merchant here, make sure you buy until you get the mysterious meat. Some people might even want to just buy out the whole thing. That's totally good as well, because it just maximizes your coin use, and then you don't have anything just wasted and left over. I think it's actually best that you just buy out the whole thing and then keep moving, because there's no reason you shouldn't be able to complete everything with relative ease. And yeah, I think this is great value. And if you really wanted to, there are the gold stores and the gem stores, but most importantly, the relic store comes at a discount, and you can, of course, swap your mysterious artifacts into better ones. So if you ever ended up with anything bad from a bond chest, maybe you've got one too many lucky candy bars like I do, you can go ahead and swap into something a bit more useful, like a snow heart, or maybe for you it's going to be a golden crown, or maybe it's demon bells or something else. Either way, folks, good luck with this event. I hope you have a fun time. I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope you also do have a fantastic new year. I'll see you next time, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, but until then, happy idling.